I really like talking to players. I mean, that's where I get energy from. And I also really like, I've gone on cruises with my family before. It's a really nice way for everyone can kind of do their own thing, but then they can kind of come back together and talk about stuff. And nobody really has to worry about who's going to be the host or where we're going to go to dinner, because everything's just kind of provided there for you. So you can just focus on being relaxed and chill out and, in our case, talk about games and stuff.
Yeah, Andrew, who is the person that's put everything together, he told me to go easy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he meant by that, because I think I'm easy. But look, I just play it straight because I can understand where sometimes games. I've been to a lot of conventions, and I'm always the kind of person who even though I've interviewed a lot of people, I always try to give a person their space. So I can imagine I've seen people on cruises. I'm not the kind of person that'll go up to a celebrity and just start poking them and say, hey, they're like relaxing on a cruise, and I'm just going to start tapping them for autographs or questions. But hey, so you've been on cruises before. What is your favorite activity when you're just on a regular cruise to relax?
I love just to find a spot like out in the sun on a balcony somewhere and like curl up with a good book and just watch the ocean go by and chill.
Okay, so say you're on the Gakukan and you're just chilling, and someone starts asking you about what's coming up next on League of Legends. What's going to be your response?
Oh, I'll be like, hey, let's sit down, let's get a drink, let's talk about this. I mean, I'm not going to be able to like share information that we haven't said publicly yet. I can't leak things, but I'm happy to talk about, answer questions they have about the game or development, or just like talk about other games we love or that sort of thing.
Well, it's really cool. I mean, all jokes aside, I really like the idea of being able to expand what gamers can have access to. I mean, the idea, like you said, 20 years ago or so, you went from working in marine science, which is awesome in itself, to going over to gaming. Just the idea that you have that ability itself, and now gamers have a real path. Here in Miami, they just opened up a gaming school where people can go and learn the trade and actually be able to make money.
Yeah.
I think it's really awesome. League of Legends itself, huge, millions and millions of viewers. I listen to ESPN for sports. They have a podcast where they're talking about League of Legends. I mean, overall, it must be great to see it blow up. I mean, I remember years ago just hearing about it when it started. I mean, could you imagine that you'd see it on ESPN?
No. I mean, like, I remember when League of Legends first launched, and I played it and I paid attention to it as a player, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I was actually in China at a Blizzard event, and I couldn't believe the size of the League of Legends booth. There were so many players there, and I thought, okay, I'm missing something. Like, this is exploding, and I hadn't really realized it was going on. And then I started following the esports a little more, and even then, that was years ago. It's just gotten bigger and bigger since then. It's exciting and thrilling and a little scary to just kind of watch that happen. I say scary because, again, it's a huge responsibility not to screw it up,